Hi, thank you for watching. If we have not yet met, my name is Menen and I help professionals become better communicators. This particular video is going to discuss about lavalier microphones, or they are typically known in the market as lapels. The other week, I produced a short video on Zoom fatigue, and someone asked me a question and asked me to comment what my opinion was or experience was about lapel mics. Uh, in fact, last year, one of the first investments I made when everything was locked down and our organization said we would move to online learning was to look for a mic. The first microphone that I invested in was actually a lapel mic. Okay, so what I'd like to do is just explain briefly what you will need to be able to use a mic, a lapel mic, especially in your Zoom sessions. Is it as good as a desk mic? We will find out. So, what is it that we will need for this? Let me share just very briefly. I also was very curious about why the name. Why is it called the lavalier? So I checked the internet, and the lavalier was originally referred to as jewelry in form of pendants worn around the neck. So there, and it's used as the name of a type of microphone originating from the 1930s, when various practical solutions to microphone use involved hanging around microphones from the neck. And so this was one of their earlier versions of the lavalier. And so right now, things have changed. It Thank God it doesn't look that way anymore. Okay, so what does a lavalier look like? It looks like this. So I'm sure you're very familiar with this already. So this is how it looks like. Typically, when you unwind it, it's about a meter long. All right, about 1 meter. So that's enough space and distance between you and your computer. In fact, what I got was a little bit longer. Okay. The second one is there. It's an omnidirectional mic. So meaning it can pick up noise from everywhere. And so this one is very sensitive. Next, you have what you call a wind muff that you can put over it. So it tries to deaden a bit of the noise. And then there is what you call a connector at the other end, so that you can connect this to a device and you can transport sound into your laptop. Okay, so let me just share with you what I invested on to be able to make the lavalier or the lapel mic work on my laptop. Okay. So, first of all, you will need something to convert the sound. So the first one is you can use the lavalier, okay, on your sound port. So you notice the sound port is TRRS. So that means it is one that you can use for phones, for laptops, or iPads. And then you notice the three rings. Okay, and one ring is for the ground, and the other two are for sound, and then the other one is the microphone. And then the T of the TRRS is the tip. And so, because you just only have, most laptops now just have one port, you need to split it in two sources. The first one is the microphone, and then the second one is the headset. So they have to be plugged in first, and then once they're plugged in, then that's the time you plug the tip to your laptop in order for this to work. The second one, the other alternative is that you can also use one of your extra USB ports and convert it into a sound port. Okay, so in a little while, in a moment, I will show this to you. Okay. So this one is what it looks like. So the two things I showed you are things I bought off Lazada, and they're not very expensive. They're normally under 10 US dollars or about 450 pesos. Okay, so this is an example of the audio splitter that normally goes, if you have a Mac, this one goes into your sound port. Okay, so this one splits the audio and the mic. So if you see that, there you go. So one wire goes into the mic and the other one goes into the headset. So you actually have two sets. So if you had a lavalier, so this is your headset. This will go into the microphone. And then your lavalier now will go into the headset. Yeah. So there. So this is how it's going to essentially look like. The headset and then the lavalier. And then once you're done with this, you plug this one into the sound port. Now the second option is the USB. Okay. And this is how it looks like. Okay. So this one is by Ugreen. And so you notice this is a USB that is traditional. And then normally there are small USBs now, USB-Cs, and then they can be used also. So there's another version of this in USB format, C format. And then you notice that there are 3 holes. So the green hole is for a TRS mic. So that means that's the speaker. All right. So you can actually use a speaker. So some mics, there are also mics that have just 2 slits. Okay. And so this one goes into that, the green one. Next, if you have a mic, oh no, I got it the other way around. This one goes into green. Now, if you have another microphone, so normally if you have a TRS and that headset is only just for listening, this one is going to get colored green. And then another TRS mic, it is colored pink. So if it's colored pink, it should go in. Now, because this one is a TRRS, okay, that's 3, it goes into the third one. Okay, there you go. Now you ask me how much exactly is a lavalier. Okay. I actually bought 3 types of lavaliers, and again, all of them are under $10. Okay. All right. So the first one is the generic one, which is essentially just 3.5, same TRRS. And then the generic ranges from 50 pesos to 80 pesos. So that's about $1 or $1.50 in US currency. And then the other one that I am also using is Boya BY LM10. So this one is just like the ordinary lavalier, but the difference is the brand, of course. All right. And the third one I also bought is the BY M1. And this one is a very long lavalier because it is also designed for you to be able to use a camera and be at a distance, no? And so you notice this is a little bit long. I'll show this to you. Okay. This one has about a 6-meter wire, and then you notice it is also powered. So if you this one is both for cell phones, and then you can also use it on cameras. Okay. So how do they look like? The BYM1 comes with a pack, and then you notice there's there's the logo there on the leather jacket. And then this is what I was telling you about. It's very long. So 6 meters, and then you have battery. I suppose because if you need power for this one because it's long, and then the usual lapel. Okay, so that's Boya M1. And then this one, the one that I am using already for this one is Boya LM10. And so this one also comes with a pouch. So there are two of them already for this one. Okay. So they're about the same price range. The only difference is if you anticipate that you are going to record from or at a distance or from a distance, just buy Boya BYM1. And if you are somewhere between 1 to 2 meters away from your unit, just use LM10. Or you can use the generic one. I also have another one, pretty much the same. Okay, but there are no brand recognitions there. So okay. So in a little while, I will just pause so that I can turn on the computer audio so that you can see the difference when I move towards Boya LM10. So I've taken out my microphone, my USB mic, and I have moved now to using just the computer audio. All right. And for this one, I've already inserted the USB sound card into my USB slot. But I am still using the computer audio, so you notice it's a little bit flat. Okay, and the sound is not very good. So I'm going to set this up so that this one, how do you operate this? So it's normally just worn near the neck, and because it is omnidirectional, so it's supposed to put to a lot the mic is so sensitive, so it can also pick up background noise. And I haven't turned on the mic yet, so I'm just setting it up. So how do you use this? You can actually just put it on your lap like this, and you should be fine. Okay. But what others are doing, the way the news anchors are doing when they go on field, is they twirl the mic wire. Second is they open the clip, they insert the wire into the clip. Okay, so you actually have that inside, and then it goes in there. And so what do you do with the extra mic? You hide it. There you go. So it doesn't interrupt or doesn't get in the way. Okay. There. Now I know some other friends in media who hide the lapel under their shirt, so it doesn't become very obvious. So there. So it's a clean way of presenting it. So I'm gonna pause the recording again, and I'm going to switch to the lavalier mic. All right. So welcome back. So I have now connected the USB sound card and have also connected the lavalier into the sound card, and you are using we are now hearing my audio connections, and the sound that is streaming through you right now is coming in from the lavalier or the lapel mic. And what is the other item that I forgot to mention to you? This one, I also had another question about this. What are these tie? What am I using to tie these things? Okay, so these are my wire organizers. They're actually Velcro wires. And if you may allow me to switch. Okay, so Velcro wires, where are they? Okay, so they're not actually very expensive wires. So first of all, you can actually use the small ones that have built-in loops. So they are about 20 pieces for the price of about $3 or $3.50. Okay, and they're from U Green. And then the other one, I've bought all of them from Lazada, by the way. And there are two brands that I choose between if I use cords or Velcro wires, wire organizers. The first one is U Green, and this one comes in different lengths. So there's a short one. This is like half. This is just a few feet, and then the big one is about 2 to 3 meters. So one is 89 pesos, which is probably the shortest one, and then you can also have base use, which is also going to look at. They have the length of about 3 meters. Okay, so those are what I used to organize. And how do they look in the real world? It's like this. Okay, so this one is the 2 meter. I think this is the 2 meter wire from U Green, and so it's actually very convenient because they organize this way, and then I just wrap, and then I use a scissor to cut the desired length the moment I've already measured it. So this is a handy way to organize wires so that it doesn't become messy. So for this one, like my boya, this one is a very good way of organizing it. So there, it's clean. Okay, so there. So I don't know how this sounds because I'm not using any mic, but I've actually attached also a monitor, and the monitor is nothing but a headset. And the reason why I'm not using a headset right now is I'm not in conversation with anyone in particular. So I'm not in a Zoom call, so the response, the conversations are not immediate. Okay, so if I were in a Zoom call, then I'd be using this to monitor the conversations. And the thing around it is, unlike a USB mic, for example, there's this thing called proximity effect, where if I speak closer to the mic, my voice gets magnified, my voice is clearer. But the advantage of a lavalier mic is that whenever I move a little bit farther away from the source, it doesn't really matter. So whether I am far or I'm really near, the voice quality is still constant, which is not going to take effect. It's not taking place if you were using a USB mic. Okay, and that's the benefit. So this might be helpful. I can see that if you are probably using a more sophisticated camera like an SLR mic, and you need to be away, and what you want to do is make sure that you don't sound very distant, the lavalier mic is really for you. Okay, so I hope that I was able to help clarify or give you options from the USB mic to the computer mic to the lavalier. And if I'll be producing more videos soon, and if you would like, if you like this video, just click the like button. And then if there are things that you would like to ask me or to have me feature, just put that in the comment section, and please do subscribe. I'd appreciate it, so that when a new video is up, automatically you will get to know that something is new, and you can watch it. Thank you so much, and have a nice day.